when you hear, cause all of my homies done died, I cry. And I'm just thinking about the good times we had. I'm missing you. And nobody knows it but me. Love my homie. Shout out to Don Dada. What up, Crip Blood? Cause all of my homies done died. I cry. And I'm just thinking about the good times we had. I'm missing you. And nobody knows it but me. Love my homie. Paul, I miss you. But I know you in heaven looking down over your spine. Hey, shout out Don Dada. I like that song. I was sitting up there, they really shaking their ass this morning. They shaking their ass this morning trying to get a mate. Shout out Don Dada though. You had, all right, can I speak? Cause I'm taking it personal. And they're like, bro, facts don't care about your feelings. And I'm all like, but I got the talking stick. But they just want to keep talking. Now on real G, real G. I'm on Facebook, marketplace, looking for lawnmowers. Yeah, there's some good deals on there. And I happen to come across a lot of posts from patriots like one guy, he posted a picture of it was like 13 glasses filled with beer. And he was like, rip, rest in peace, the fallen troops, because the Americans that died at, what was it, Kabul airport when the ISIS K attacked. And I'm looking at this shit, right? I'm like, oh, it's just the dumbest shit ever. And then it's propaganda. It's Hunger Games. Propaganda. Then I'm looking at the families of the fallen American soldiers. The moms do the fuck out one. The wives and moms, they do the fuck out one. She ran over there. Remember they brought them back in pine boxes with the American flag draped over it. The woman, she ran. The media took that sensationalized picture with her at the pine box with the American flag. They gave him a toe tag. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, yo, where was this energy when your son, your father, your husband wanted to go into the military? Cause all of my homies done died, I cried. And I'm just thinking about the good times we had. I'm missing you. And nobody knows it but me. And then I listen to people talk about gang shit and look down on gangs. And I'm like, look at the military. Y'all do gang shit. Like y'all probably don't know nobody that went and joined the Crips gang or the Bloods gang. I'm pretty sure none of you know anybody that joined MS-13, 18th Street. the Hoovers, you know, the gangster disciples, the black disciples, the P-Stones, the Pyrus, neighborhood Crips, gangster Crips. Like y'all probably look at them, that's low vibration. That's that's low vibration. That's low vibration. We're felons, a bunch of felons. And I'm looking at the military constantly doing felonious shit that if gang members did, they would be executed for. But you wasn't crying when your husband decided to go off to the military, or when you send your son. Somebody said 5 Deuce Hoover Gangster Crip. Oh, shout out to you. You send your son to the military and expect what? A cookie? You expect it to be cookies and bubbles? Niggas go to the military because they have nothing else to do. I know a lot. I got homies that went to the military. Why? One, their parents wanted them out the house. Two, I don't know what to do after school. Three, I heard the military pays for shit. I could put my family somewhere. You know, like nobody joins I don't know nobody that joins the military really thinking they're defending America, because you're not. That is a big ass lie. That is the same as saying I'm joining the Crips gang to defend America. It's the same shit. And neither one has anything to do with defending America at all. Like when I hear people say, yo, I'm going in the military, I'm like, what I hear, yo, I'm about to go join the Bloods. I have the same reaction. Why would you do that? And then when you fuck around and get toe tagged and sent home in a pine box, your mama face gonna be all over mainstream media. Cause all of my homies done died, I cried. To help pay for college. And people act like shit don't get real. The first thing is, when you go into that type of environment, what do you expect to happen? Like, how are people still falling for this bullshit? Like, shout out to the military servicemen, but nah. At the same time, no. Because y'all fucking suck. Keep in mind, these my opinions. Y'all gonna get my thoughts. Yo, the military, y'all suck. And y'all haven't been for America for a long time. And I don't know nobody that's gonna talk to you about this the way I'ma do it. It's the same thing as joining a gang. What do you think is going to happen? You occupy a country. Not a neighborhood, a block, a country. And then you try to dictate what happens in that country. Nigga, go to North Philly and try that shit and see how far you get. Go to Baltimore and do that shit. It's the same shit. How dare he talk like that about us? We're defending his freedoms. No, the fuck you're not. You know who's defending my freedoms? The people who own businesses that refuse to shut down their businesses when this coronavirus shit hit. That's what defending America looks like. Not going over there fucking with the Taliban and them niggas. You not doing shit for me, bro. You're enriching the bankers. At the top of the so-called food chain that you guys like to call 1%, who are you defending? And then people sit there and have the nerve to say, yo, the government sucks. Look at Joe Biden. He's in office. Nigga, Joe Biden runs you. If you live in that world, then you have to admit by default, Joe Biden is your big homie. He is your commander in chief. Like that shit stupid. And then niggas on Facebook, these fucking patriots on Facebook posting wine glasses and shit. Talking about the drinks, this for y'all. Who y'all died for my freedoms. No, they died for no fucking reason. Just like every gang member does. They died for no fucking reason. What did they die for? No fucking reason. And people in America still feel like the walls are closing in. No American is really worried about ISIS-K or Taliban. Americans are worried about American government. The same people that the military works for. Cause all of my homies done died, I cried. Shout out to Don Dada, I like that song. Everybody in the military act like they're all super important. Shout out to the veterans. But then again, I feel like when you get back home, you realize you've done some wild shit for no fucking reason. Americans coming together and defending themselves from, say, the British. Yeah, we fought for your freedom. It is what it is. Nigga, Afghanistan? What? The narrative doesn't even make sense. And then we told you what happened. This is why I said y'all worried about gangs. This is how you know it's a gang. The Pentagon sat on live TV and told you. When we say something when we mandate something, it's law. And when you join this gang, nigga, yeah, you will abide by our laws. And then people send their kids to the military. And then when they get clapped, excuse me, and then when the people they just sent to the military get they snot box rocked or some Hassan Campbell shit, then they put them on a shirt. They put them on a shirt with the angel wings on it. They become a tattoo. R.I.P. John. You be like, what happened to John? He died in the war. What war? What war did that nigga die in? Oh, the one over there, you know, where they fighting. You know, I think they tried to overthrow Bashir al-Assad. Syria, maybe Pakistan, Afghanistan, I don't know, but I helped him make his mind up to go over there and do what? Shoot at niggas that never did anything to you. Niggas, then your presidents get up there, huh? They're threatening America. That's because America's over there fucking with shit. They put that they become a tattoo, just like gang members. You be like, what happened to Lil Ray Ray? Oh, he got shot in a drive-by. Let me go tattoo this nigga's name on my body with a rest in peace. He was a real nigga. Like you care so much about Ray Ray, why you ain't talk him out of joining that gang? Why you ain't snatch his little ass up and say, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing, Ray Ray? Bro, it's a lot of wild ass memes going on. And that shit reminds me of Hunger Games. People are applauding that shit. Oh, keep in mind, I don't believe nothing coming out of that idiot box about anything going on over there. I know a lot of people beating the war drum. Y'all niggas get more hype about defending Afghanistan, the Afghanistan people rights than y'all do about this shit here. How can we leave Afghanistan like that? The Taliban is gonna take over. We have to do something. Y'all more hype about that shit, defending Afghanistan people, than y'all are about right here. That shit is a walking contradiction. Fucking military. How dare you, Barricade Garage? We're fighting for your freedom. Meanwhile, niggas can't even go to certain events without taking vaccines out this bitch. We're fighting for your freedom. What freedoms, nigga? You fighting for Afghanistan people, and they don't want your brand of freedom. You trying to install puppets in government positions in foreign countries that don't want you there. How the fuck are they terrorists? You're the terrorist. Terror. 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 People come out so and they take the best photos. And when you look at these photos of the bodies in the cargo vans and people caption it, our troops are finally home. I'm like, you niggas is delusional. Them's is bodies with no life in it. Our troops are finally home. The body is not important in that aspect. Our troops are finally home. Joe Biden has blood on his hands. Nigga, you got blood on your hands. Because all you niggas do is cheer for the military to go somewhere and fuck up some shit. Fighting for you. Bruh, you got to be you special. If you believe the military is fighting for your freedom, you're fucking special. You're fucking special. And you're really special if you think the National Guard is the militia of the people. We have a militia. It's the National Guard. The same people who answer to the same people that they are there to stop in the event they run wild with tyranny. Fucking stupid. Freedom Inc. Wait, patriots don't know how to patriot. That's why they call themselves patriots. One nigga, he commented under my shit. He was like, do you know any patriots? I'm a patriot. No, the fuck you not. You sit there and cheer for the Hunger Games. That's what that shit is over there. That's what it is. And you cheer and you watch it. Yes. Go bomb them. Kill them. You offer up people from your district to go fight out that motherfucker somewhere. You can't even locate where these niggas is fighting on a map. But you're cheering that shit on. And people are dying. Your kids are dying. People from your district dying. And you still feel like the walls are closing in on you. Fucking military. Somebody military people gonna pull up over you, beat the y'all gonna. There he is, get him. Kidnap this thing. Fuck Barricade Garage. I'm fighting for his freedom. Nigga, people in the military, somebody said lay off the weed. People in the military and their supporters will be like, yo, we fighting for your freedom to have that speech. People fought and died for you to have that speech, to be able to say, fuck the military. You do know that, right? It's like I say, man in all of man's games, but can't even figure out how not to die. Your ass in a pine box with a toe tag. Your mama crying, face all over TV. And Don daughter somewhere in the background. Cause all of my homies done died, I cried. And I'm just thinking about the good times we had. I'm missing you. And nobody knows it but me. And then you come home from service and get treated like shit. Who? That's somebody said they are fighting because Israel tells them to. Bro, the military is Lucifer. It's Luciferian as fuck. So are gangs. Gangs use the same tactics, the military. It's the same. It's this. Yo, we gotta defend some shit. Right? They always hit you with the, we gotta defend some shit. Some real shit is happening. They drum up support the same way. Bruh, do you know we would wear rival gang colors and go into other neighborhoods and wreak havoc so that when we show up, people think we're the good guys and don't mind us being there. It's the same shit. Just one's illegal and the other isn't. And as soon as you start to question orders, as soon as you start to question them orders that make no fucking sense, your ass put out the whip. The Pentagon sat up there and told you. The reporter, what about the servicemen that don't want to take the vaccine? He was like, they got to take it. Yeah, when you join this gang, nigga, yeah, we are God. There is a chain of command and we are God. Gang shit, that's gang life. And you always tell yourself that you did what you had to do. That's how you cope with it. That's how you cope with taking a life. I know. I have experience in this. I've done time for this. I know the mentality. It's the fucking same. You have to, and eventually, you propagandize yourself to cope. You make yourself delusional to cope. You turn to drugs to cope. You start drinking to cope. But it's for your freedoms. Then after you smoke somebody, they were like, yo, we did what we had to do. If we did, if it hadn't been us, we would have died. They would have got us. We had to get them first. You keep shit going. There's never a moment of self-reflection like, yo, I think we fucked up, fam. We fucked up. We didn't have to do, we fucked up, bro. No, you gotta put it on your people. You be like, yo, if we didn't do this, if we didn't murder this nigga, he would have killed our mom. You don't want your mom dead, do you? All right, nigga, stop crying then. Now I'm picking you up tonight, nigga. We gonna ride. Tonight we gonna ride. You be like, because if we don't ride, nigga, they gonna kill your mom. Get in the fucking car. All of my homies done died, I cried. Then you get over there after all that propaganda, you in the military, after all that propaganda, when them bullets start flying, you don't give a fuck about nobody's freedom in America. When you go out there in some real life shit and them bullets start flying, you don't give a fuck about freedom. You are trying to survive. You are not fighting for a country, you are fighting to stay alive. You develop friendships in the military. You know people. I know him. Them your homies. You got to keep them alive. It's not even about the country no more. It's about survival. Meanwhile, it appears the country that you're fighting for is becoming less and less free. But you're not even in that country. You're somewhere down there, fighting to liberate people who don't want your brand of liberation. Terror. But then again, I'm talking to some people that, you know, they believe the whole 9/11 narrative. So we had to do something, you know. You got, shout out to y'all. But y'all not fighting for freedom. The only thing the military got that gangs don't got is weaponry. Niggas will join the military and be like, nigga, I want to fly Black Hawks and shit. Nigga, I got grenade launchers, tanks. I want to play with all that shit. It's a sport. It's the Hunger Games. I posted that video. I posted that my last video I did. What was it? What the fuck? Cause I had family over this mother, and I showed my cousin the peanuts on the tree stump. He was like, "This nigga has a peanut tree." I'm like, "No, that's not a peanut tree." He was like, "Well, is that a peanut tree?" Nah, bruh. I just put peanuts on the tree for the birds. Nigga, so the birds go hard out here, cuz? Yeah, bro. This nigga has a peanut tree. Oh, fuck, I got corroded. It is people go get bad. Sure, I like military minded people though. They get shit done, but you niggas not fighting for nobody freedom. But nah, the last video I posted doing my impressions, you know, one guy, Kareem Abdul Jabbar, whatever the fuck. I know you in here watching me too. One guy, he hopped on the comments and was like, "Yo, how dare you talk about George Floyd's daughter?" Yeah, I had to go through that shit again. Because I did an impression of George Floyd's daughter. I hit that jump. He was like, "Yo, you talking about George Floyd's 6-year-old daughter? She's 8, but she, sounds like she's 2." He was like, "Yo, don't tap dance for views. You're God. Create better energy. I expect better from you." First of all, I'm like, "Look, nigga, all you people that keep saying you expect better from me, don't. I will let you down. Do not expect better from me than what I'm giving you. Because if I do give you what you want me to give you, then it's not natural. It's not organic. I'm doing it for the sake of you." And that always leads to heartbreak. The same thing can be said about relationships. But back to the topic. The second thing is, nigga, I talk about everybody, anybody, whoever. I don't care. Then the third thing he said, it stuck with me. He was like, "You're God." I keep getting these "you're God" people here. I don't know where you niggas is coming from, but I'm not God. And it's like, I felt like philosophizing some shit. I was like, "Yo, so I'm God. You want me to create better energy?" What man argues with the energy that God creates? I started asking myself questions. It was like, yo, if I'm God, why does he have a problem with me saying I'm not God? You know, I'm like, if I'm God, then why? If I'm God, then why don't you find this bit funny? If I'm God, how come you aren't laughing? If I'm God, why do you have a problem with me? If I'm God, who are you? Who are you? Are you God too? Are we both gods? Who came first? What is God? Define God. Eternal? Do we not die? Are we gods but we die? The fuck is this God shit? I'm not a god. Who is a god? Are you trying to say the black man is God? The black woman, the white woman is God? Who are these gods? And it's weird because niggas would be like, "We're God. You're a god." People will tell you they're God and they go like hop in a Nissan Altima and drive away. It's like God is driving a Nissan Altima now? Like people be like, yo, we're gods, and then don't know how to feed themselves. We're gods, create better energy, and then walk into a grocery store and start buying some weird shit. People be like, we're gods, and then have an internet browser full of feet pictures. Like, bro, leave with that God shit, bro. Niggas, niggas, bro, I'm not even lying, bro. People be like, we're God, and then have an internet browser full of feet pictures. People will sit there and tell you they are God and be just as vulnerable when they're taking a shit on the toilet. Like, bro, you God, but you sitting on the toilet. If I went in there and kicked you in the fucking face, it wouldn't be shit you could do because you on the toilet with your pants around your ankles. So if I kick the fuck out your face, you're completely vulnerable with your pants around your ankles. So I could give you a 300 style kick while you're on the toilet. And the only thing you can do is, I'm God. I'm God. I'm God. Bro, I can kick, bro, you vulnerable on the toilet. I don't want to hear not near niggas say they God again. When you take a shit, it stinks. When you take a shit, I can kick the fuck out you and you won't do shit. You want to know why you won't do shit? Because you don't want shitty hands. You're scared of shit. You won't even wipe your own ass. You'll sit there and ball up and cry as I stomp the fuck out you in work boots. Nigga, you not God. I told you I was at a gas station watching a duck. It was two ducks. They were walking. One duck was doing this. The other duck is taking a shit. But it was still walking and it was still on attack mode while taking a shit. And it was still alert. And it will chase you while taking a shit. No human can do that. Bro, I don't know. I don't want to hear what niggas say that put their pants around their ankles and take a shit and then say I'm God. Nigga, your shit stink, bro. And you will die. We're gods, create better energy. Nigga, you on my channel with that bullshit. Don't talk of it. Stop telling me not to talk about George Floyd's daughter or George Floyd. I already told you I'm heartless. I'm the bad guy. I'll be the bad guy. And I don't tap dance for views. Where y'all get this tap dancing shit from? Hey, look at him. He's tap dancing for views. Why am I tap dancing for views? I thought about it. Let's talk about it. Papa Squat. So I could talk about somebody that you don't like. And I'm not tap dancing for views. But as soon as I talk about somebody you do like, all of a sudden I'm tap dancing for views? Is that how that works? I'd kick the fuck out you, bro. And anybody else coming at me with that God shit. You're God! Bitch, I die. I will die. One day, Barricade Garage will be dead. Yes. That's how that works. Fucking God. We're gods. And I know your moist ass in here too. You in here too, nigga. Stop acting quiet. You know who I'm talking about. Where the fuck you at? So you're God. That's why I don't debate people. Cause niggas say the dumbest shit and expect you to be cordial. They expect you to be cordial. Niggas that say some stupid shit. Bruh, you parasailing bitch. Look at this bitch. Y'all see this nigga? Bruh, the other day I walked out here, a orb weaver. Bruh, that was a 30-foot web. No lie. From that post to that tree, 30 foot. This nigga was in the middle. I come outside, I said, what you doing? It just looked at me. I come out, I see the orb weaver sitting out there, it just looked at me. Respect, but can I get by you though? Can I get by you, please? Please. You little body bitch. How the fuck you make a 30-foot web? We're gods. And people really believe that shit too. Isaiah, well, I'm friends. I'm cool with a guy who think that's cool, bro. Don't come at me talk about, oh, you bad energy. Don't do this. Don't tell me not to talk about certain people. When you don't keep that same energy for people I talk about that you don't like. That's ABK for you. Anybody can get it. Anybody killer. Any type of meaning you want to attach to that means similarly along those lines. How the fuck I'm gonna talk about Joe Biden and you niggas cheer that shit on? Soon as I talk about this nigga Trump, you niggas, nah, nigga, ABK. Yeah, yeah, I like that. That's my. People be like, he's supposed to be a comedian, bitch. I'm a comedian after the ABK variety. I'll imitate anybody. I don't give a fuck if you were born with a cleft lip. I don't give a fuck if you got 1 foot. I don't care if you have midgets in your web browser history. I don't give a fuck if you have half a head. I might say something about you. And if I don't, that means I have an agenda, and you shouldn't trust niggas like that. How, is that why comedians did not? Let's talk about George Floyd's daughter. Let's talk about it, because I felt like that was prime material for comedians everywhere. But like that one girl told me, it's certain lines you just don't cross. Well, I guess BG done crossed them motherfuckers then. I started that shit. Because it was funny. And everybody who seen the police, Derek Chauvin, the one they prosecuted and sentenced, when you see the testimony George Floyd's daughter gave at the court date when he got his sentence, you will laugh. Are you wrong for it? I don't give a fuck if you wrong for it or not. My job is to point out the joke. I go in dark places, pull out a joke, shed light on it, pull out a joke, make you laugh. That's what comedians are supposed to do. This nigga, I got a New Jersey gnat. I don't think you can see him. But he sees me, and that's good enough for him. This nigga is from New Jersey. There's a gnat just flying around. He drives like a New Jersey person on the New Jersey Turnpike. I don't know if you niggas have been on that New Jersey Turnpike. Everybody drives crazy. Bro, no one from New Jersey knows how to drive. I shit you not. People on the West Coast, y'all don't know what y'all missing. It's like, yo, if you wanna get to New York, you gotta pass New Jersey. It's like New Jersey is the final boss. There's a lot of Altimas, a lot of Chevy Tahoes. There's a lot of Subaru WRXs. And there's a lot of Ford Windstars for some reason. And occasionally you'll get the Honda Odyssey moms. And neither one of them niggas can drive. It's like everybody's trying to outdo each other for worst driver. That's my award, huh? I'm the worst driver, watch me. Buy my flashlight, huh? Bling, 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 bling. It's a cute flashlight. I kind of went into my Brian from my right. Well, somebody said in the donks. I hate donks. Where you from, Texas? Bruh, squiggly line character guy. You from Texas, ain't you? Talking about donks. I hate them shit. You from Chicago? Y'all do that shit out there too? That's that down south shit. Somebody said, what's a donk? You don't want to know. Well, that's that Texas shit. Somebody said squiggly. That nigga, he got them squiggly lines on his shit, don't he? That nigga with that avatar, that weird ass avatar. Yeah, his shit doing his shit gangbang guy. What up, cuz? Yo shit gangbanging. Anthony McDonald said ruin Chevy Caprice. Yo, I hate rims. I just hate rims. They do that shit in Tennessee too. I hate that, and it rides terrible. Somebody with a Jupiter picture for an avatar said get some white gloves and mine for us. Nigga, explain that Jupiter avatar you got. Come back here, mine for us guy with the Jupiter avatar. Where the fuck you get that picture from? Let's philosophize. It's like when you look at Greece, ancient Greece, and the famous philosophers, they just sat around, really not working. It was like, let's think about shit. It's like, yo, some of the shit these people said, it's like, yo, I mean, it makes sense. But what were you doing when you thought of this? Were you just in the town square chopping it up with someone else and this organically came out during natural conversation? How did this happen? Niggas will sit up there in a robe and get together and just think. Niggas will have think parties. Maybe we need to bring that shit back. Plato. Nigga, you ever been around somebody that overly thinks? They be like, yo, that eggplant. Niggas can overthink anything. They'll point to some shit, be like, yo, you see that eggplant? That shit purple. Where the fuck purple come from? Like, nigga, it's a color. But who told us it was a color? Like, nigga, my kindergartner teacher, who told her? And why the fuck is it called eggplant? That don't come out of chicken's ass. Nigga, Barney taught me that shit was purple, cuz. Barney, big purple nigga. Shit was gangster. People be like, yo, we're gods. And then hop in a Nissan Altima and drive on the New Jersey Turnpike. Don't you know we're gods? Nigga, you was on the New Jersey Turnpike the other day. Shut the fuck up. Well, some people, they point to the Bible. See, it says we're gods right here. And they pointed where, you know, some people call him the Most High. He was like, don't you know ye are gods? And I felt like we were being mocked. I feel like, bruh, what's up? Huh? I'm trying to get there. He said, we are not gods. Huh? That's a good point. He said, nigga, y'all can't even fly. I feel, huh? He said I could take a shit anywhere and still be on attack mode. Huh? All right, bet. All right, stamp. He said he is from New Jersey. He said, stop talking shit about my state. No, Blue Jays, they look like New Jersey people. With the chin, they got the, and then they got this shit going on. With the shit slicked back. Like Italians from New Jersey, huh? Well, fuck you too. Your mother, when you don't have a comeback, so you just say your mother. Yeah, my cousins do that shit all the time. They be like, your mama, nigga. Be like, that's your auntie. They be like, yeah, and that bitch crazy. Yo, crazy ass mama. All right, hold on. Hold on, bro. Bro, it sound like you getting close. The peanuts right there. That nigga needs a new chin strap. It's a little bluebird with a helmet. A little bluebird with a helmet. We are gods. Bro, that's the most gangster. And he gonna go on and on. Scrub jays mimic other birds. to find their babies. Somebody said chin strap is my favorite compound word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 said BG is an operative Mason. That sounds interesting as fuck. Like P, that's that overthinking shit. Like this nigga's definitely a Mason. He's an operative. Ain't it? Somebody said, you don't believe we have a spark of divinity within our souls? Do you believe we're God? I don't know. I'm trying to get there. Somebody said, these are your subs. Dude, I'm saying, dude, a spark of divinity and being God are two totally different things. Somebody said, BG, do you watch soccer? Nigga, I don't watch sports. I don't watch no sports. I don't watch TV. I do, but rarely. Not even rarely. Just sports never kept my attention outside of playing them personally. I will play soccer. Yeah, we got a field over there. But to sit there and watch people I can't do it, big dog. Somebody said, BG, I respect you speaking fact. I don't even know what facts I'm speaking at the moment, nigga. These just somebody said sport is distraction, bread, and circus. I've always felt like that too, nigga. Yeah, but yeah. Anything can be a distraction though. You can't just put that on sports. Like that one guy who came here and said, I'm a distraction. And I still want to know what I am distracting you from. I hope you're here. Tell me, please. Where are you? Somebody said RFB is a distraction. No, fuck that. We're not talking about RFB. We talking about me. Nigga said I'm a distraction. What am I distracting people from? What it good? Okay. What is RFB distracting you from? Let's define distractions. Cause niggas would be like, yo, he's distracting us from something. And these are the same people that pay attention to what's going on in Afghanistan right now. These are the same people that'll hop on that New Jersey Turnpike in a Nissan Altima. He's distracting us from something. Now let me go hop in my Nissan Altima and drive on the New Jersey Turnpike. Somebody say vaccines are the devil. We are the devil. Define devil. I was listening. I was working on my Jordan Peterson impression. And I seen the clip that made her famous. He cussed some college chick out. No, let the bitch pass. What are you talking about? Yes, I have over 150 videos online. Which one? She said, the one where you offended me. Bitch, I offend people on a daily basis. This is what I do. If my speech offends you, I don't know, however the fuck he said it. just, just show up to college campuses and just start cussing out kids and shit, college kids. They're not even kids. People give them the title kids. They're fuck ups. They don't need people. I'm coming over something. It's like I was telling my sister. I was talking to my sister about this. I'm like, yo, people don't even know what they really want to do in life when they leave high school. Let's talk about it. You get out of high school. You have been somebody else for a long time. When you're in high school, you follow other kids. You don't get to know yourself. You don't even know your strengths, your weaknesses. You are told what to do. Oftentimes your parents have expectations for you. You don't know. But you want to leave that and just go straight into college? Like what? The older I get, the more I understand the matrix. It's like, yo, when you get out of high school, go into debt immediately. That's what I hear. People be like, yo, college, I hear debt. For some shit, I'm not even going to go into that field. Just debt. 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 Instant debt. And your parents cheer that shit on. Just like they do the niggas going into the military. It's all a big, yo. Come here, let's hold a hut and just think extremely for a couple seconds. Let's think on some pinky in the brain shit. Cause people be like, yo, what you gonna do after school? They be like, go into debt, amass large amounts of debt, and then hope for a politician to cancel that debt one day. And then parents sit there and be like, I'm so proud of my boy. I know them student loans kicking a lot of y'all asses. Student loans kicking a lot of y'all asses. And then people go do weird shit when they go in debt for weird shit. Like to become an expert at watercolors. You be like, yo, what skill do you have? You got a skill, nigga, what skill you got? Nigga, I do watercolors, nigga, you need that? Nigga, pull out a dry erase board right now, nigga, I promise you I'll get it in, cuz. And then these are the same people, we need to fix our country. Nigga, your profession is a dry erase board. You went into debt to learn watercolor patterns. This is why these kids become climate activists, because climate activism pays more than the shit they went to college for. Nigga, nigga, niggas, niggas leave college and join BLM protests. You be like, why? Cause the shit I went to college for ain't going back. Hey y'all got me fucked. The shit I went to college for ain't paying. Like, nah, nigga, I couldn't find a job in my field. You be like, nigga, what is your field? They be like, observing watercolor patterns. you be like, yo, fam. So I get paid to travel around the country and just join random protests. It's a pretty great gig. I feel like I'm on to something here. Hey, yo, y'all, wow. Oh, we're so not fucked. Like people want to be like, yo, we're fucked. People, you hear them say we're fucked. No, we're not. We're not fucked. Oh, that reminded me though. Before the Blue Jay got the pop chopper pistols popping, I was talking about the great I am. Thanos used that line in the Avengers movie. He was like, I am. It's like, yo, and that's some gangster shit to say. But you gotta give the creator some respects. It's like people be like, yo, that Bible is fairy tales, and then proceed to use it in everything. Remember that line? One day, there was a random guy just strolling, you know, and all of a sudden over there, it's like some shit is on fire. You know, he went on like, yo, what the fuck? This is a strange fire. Then the fire spoke. Then he was like, and gave him an impossible task. The fire said, take this staff and do my will. Free my people. This nigga grabbed, he was like, yo, this? You want me to do what with this? Nigga, who are you? I am. I am what I am. Everywhere it says God or the Lord in all capital letters, there was a tetragrammaton there. The Yod Hey, Wah Hey. It's not Yiddish. A lot of people don't, it's not Hebrew. Some people say it predates Hebrew, but that was the name. Some people say Yahweh. Some people say Yahuwah. All I know is that's some gangster shit that can literally be translated from whatever that is to I am what I am. Like, what's your name, cuz? I am what I am. Fuck out of here. The great I am. And Hollywood finds a way to put this in movies. Just cramming it in there. And in Hollywood, the same people, fuck that book. All right, give me that book. I need its help to write this this play, this screenwrite. That shit, man. Man, I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. That's the equivalent. Yo, you know how much faith that takes? Yo, take this stubby staff. It's a stubby staff. Take this stubby staff and go free my pit bulls. And, let's play. Let's have fun here. You like, yo, fuck them pit bulls. I just left them pit bulls. And the nigga that owned the pit bulls is not gonna let them niggas go. Take this staff, nigga. If I can turn back time, you walking to your destination, Sherry come in. If I can find a way. Bro, that's great. I like that. That's great. And when I think about it, it's not so much as when you think about, let's think, what an atheist at? What an atheist at? When I think about it, it's not so much as, do you believe the Bible? Do you believe there's a higher power? They want to destroy faith-based religion because in most faith-based religions, there are people that aren't afraid of death. When you remove faith out of the equation or the belief in something greater than yourself, oftentimes you find more people that are easily controlled because they believe man has the ultimate authority. Not only that, they're just not willing to die for any. Like, look at history. People were willing to die for what they believe in. Mass amounts of people. Like, it doesn't matter if you believe or not. When you see the agenda, like, I don't necessarily agree with Christianity, everything Christians do. But at the same time, you can see them trying to mold the population a certain way. When you take on a group of people like that, like Christians, Muslims, even Jews, and you create this universal worship of man. You replace the Abrahamic faith with science. Man tells you man has an answer for everything. Then the kids grow up and they believe that. And it's like, those people were harder to control because they were willing to die for what they believed in. Nowadays, people aren't willing to die. I'm not talking about kill, I'm talking about die. I'm talking about you standing right there, somebody has a gun to your head. And they're telling you, yo, you gonna take this shot. And you sit there and you laugh. Take your best shot then, nigga. I'll die for this shit. How do you control somebody like that? If I am a tyrant, how do I control somebody that believes there's a higher authority than me? Imagine I run some shit. And this what I'm talking about, the military and gangs, peep gang. Imagine I run some shit, right? And I need people to do what I want them to do. But they start refusing. Because they believe there's a higher authority than me. I cannot allow that. Whatever the religion is, I don't give a fuck what it is. I have to attack it. I have to remove it from the equation. I have to pit them against each other. I have to point out subtle differences and then put them in a controlled situation for which they destroy themselves from the inside out. Until nothing's left but the belief that I am God. Now we talking. Now that's a population you can mold to your will. There's a few here and there that's rocking like nothing, like, nah, you gonna have to kill me. But overall, they're more worried about losing their job. Well, I have to lose my job. Like, that's how far we've gone. This is why I go back in scripture. Imagine somebody with the resolve of Daniel, where you're like, yo, if you don't do this, nigga, you getting thrown in that lion's den. And you like, I'm not doing it. So you gonna have to bury me with the big cats. And then they put you in the lion's den. No Superman, no hero to come save you. You die in your belief. Imagine people that are not scared of death. Imagine people who aren't controlled by money. Which is hard to do because a lot of people are controlled by money. A lot of people will argue for the right things because there's money in it. Just like a lot of people will argue for the wrong things because there's money in it. It's like I look at the gun control situation and I'm like, yo, lobbies pay big bread, big bank, big money for anti-Second Amendment advocacy. And then there's big bank, big money going to pro-Second Amendment advocacy. It's like, what's real and what's not? The lines become blurred. You don't know who people are. Because for one, they're not willing to go through anything. And for two, the money is everywhere. Some people switch sides when the money stops. Some people can't stand alone. That takes me back to gang life. Like, you can sit out here all day and throw up big C's, big B's. You could throw up your hood, your gang. But if you go to a park where people are wearing rival gang colors, are you still gonna act that hard? Would you die for that shit? Would you fight to your last breath? It's just like everybody, niggas want to be in the military because it's a tough guy. Look, I'm tough. Look at me, camo, big guns, tanks. But then you go somewhere where there's not many of you, and you start to feel alone, and the bullets start to fly. At that moment, is what you claim you believe in still worth it? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. There's a lot of big money. But them bullets, them hot ones flying through the air, change hearts. Everybody's a super gangster until other gang members show up. Or until the Taliban shows up. Let's run with that narrative. Not that I believe it, but let's talk about it as it was presented to us. That's what you signed up for. I'm not going to sit here and watch my nephew join a gang and encourage that shit where he's in a turf war with some rival gang. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, go hard, cuz, kill as many of them as you can. And then when he gets shot the fuck up, I sit there and then put his face on a shirt, get a tattoo on my arm that says, rest in peace, nephew. Nah, I'm gonna be out there snatching him by the fucking ear. Because it's not worth it. People get shot every day. You go hard until somebody hits you in your legs, and that shit fuck up that nerve, and now you in a wheelchair. You going hard in a wheelchair. Same thing for the military. Nigga, you went hard for your country. No, you didn't. But you got hit up, shrapnel in your shit. Now you can't walk. Now you at home on benefits and shit. Oh, and your wife was fucking other guys while you were gone. Damn. But the U.S. government and its propaganda machines, yes, join the military. We gotta fight terror. Then you got people out here, yo, the National Guard is the militia. The National Guard is the militia. And then from what y'all say, weird shit happens, and then that same militia goes and protects the Capitol, and not the people. Just like I watched it play out with, the back the blue people. Nigga police, cuz. Nigga back all police, cuz. The police. And then people started to change their tune when police started enforcing them unconstitutional orders. I'm just asking questions. I don't know. People started to change their back to blue. Back to blue. Nigga back. Wait a minute, nigga. You mean you'll lock me up if I'm at this park, nigga? What? I'm just asking questions. I don't know. I don't know the answers. Sweat solutions then. Nigga, I don't have the answers for you. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking about shit. It's the same as gangs, and then people be like, I can't believe people are joining gangs, and then we got the gangs, and the gangs are all doing this, and could you believe gangs are actually killing each other in the streets? Look at Chicago. Can you believe Chicago? Look at the black disciples. Look at the black gangster disciples. Look at Little Village, Chicago. Look at the GDs. They're killing each other in Chicago. Meanwhile, snipers who have caught over 50 bodies are worshipped like gods. Like we look down on Chicago, but we worship the sniper. Why? Propaganda. Obama, tell her why we worship this sniper. Well, that's a good question. We worship the sniper because he had to kill those people for your freedom. If he did not kill those people, you would not have freedom. They can tell you niggas it's for freedom, and niggas will believe it. All they got is freedom. We're going to war. What? Freedom. Gangs do the same shit. We're going to war. Freedom. If we don't get them, they gonna get us. The military be wilding. And people thought the military was, it's all cookies, but you heard people say, oh, the military won't enforce no tyrannical shit. The military is gonna help us. Them niggas is order followers. The Pentagon told you so. They can't even get out of pocket. They have a commander-in-chief. Trump sat up there and told you. Yeah, the military, yeah, dispersing vaccines, all that. Yeah, I got the military on it. Niggas was like, what? The fuck this nigga just say? Then you look at Australia and ask yourself, how could that happen? Because pretty soon the propaganda has been so rampant that people start propagandizing themselves. Gang members do it every day. Check this out. I started these beans in the house. Ooh, fossil fuel. Yo, these beans, I had it covered with aluminum foil and they just grew under the aluminum just like that in the dark. They just grew. Those lima beans. So I'm ready to put those in the ground. I'm growing a lot of stuff inside. I just don't show it. There's a lot of stuff on my porch too. For anybody that was them folks coming to get me because I stopped paying child support. When you stop paying child support, that helicopter start flying over your house. Send a drone, strike them. Send a drone, Johnson. I can't even do my voices. My voice fucked up. Somebody said, "What's up with the aluminum foil?" Nah, we just excuse me. We didn't want like the gnats to get in the dirt and start. It was an experiment. We just had lima beans and we put it in there and then covered it up, put some soil in there, covered it up, so the gnats wouldn't get in there and start procreating. I mean, we really didn't expect them to grow. They grew in the dark. They were covered with foil. I got enough room to put them over there with the other beans we growing. So I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm not even gonna put them in the bed with the butternut squash. I'm gonna put them over there. Yep. Somebody said I'm gonna try to grow kiwi and strawberries in Springfield. Yo, that's a good idea. Somebody said, "Where are the birds today?" It was just one. He just left. I can't even believe the drone scared them all. Oh, they got shit to do. Somebody said paint squiggly line gangbang guy said paint self-defense. Surfing Nerd 21 said you a good dude. Man, shit. Bruh, I've done some fucked up things. I've had to cope in strange ways. You ever do some fucked up shit and your way of coping is to do more fucked up shit? I got a long way to go. But what I'm not going to do is sit up here and not talk about somebody because you like that person. Don't talk about George Floyd's daughter. I wasn't even talking about her. I was talking about her speech pattern. Niggas don't take it personal. Some of y'all got weird ass people and y'all family members y'all sit up there and gossip about like that. This is just, I just threw an event in my spot. Weird ass family members. That can take a joke. Y'all think this one-sided. This nigga, I told y'all about my people. He seen the tree stump that I put peanuts on for the Blue Jays. It was like, yo, this a peanut tree? This a peanut tree, cuz? The fuck? Special. No fucking peanut tree. Hey, y'all get back here. This nigga has a peanut tree and it's producing peanuts. I'm like, it's no different than the person who saw me pick a cucumber off the vine and say, yo, watch out, that might be a pickle. That might be a pickle, bro. People get them pickles confused. Are you in here? You said why we pick cucumber. Like, people don't know where pickles come from. It's funny. People don't know where cucumbers come from. People don't know that pickles come from cucumbers. It's a process. But these people think they are gods. Think about it. The same people. Nigga, that's a peanut tree, nigga? You put peanut, nigga. Those same people will be like, yeah, I'm God. I'm a God, nigga. I'm a God. How the fuck, this nigga told me I'm a God. How the fuck I'm a God on child support? I'm a God. Gotta pay the child support before they come get me, nigga. I'm a God, though. That's so, I like that. That's great. And you know, I love people, but I hate people too. And that's where you can start to understand the enemy. It's like how, you know, when I talk about Lucifer, Father, I am the morning star. How could you love them more than you love me? Here you look, you're like, that nigga tripping. But then you look at people and you're like, Father, imagine Lucifer, Father, this nigga saw him pick the cucumber off the vine and called it a pickle. Do you really love these niggas more than me, Father? You know, he was up there, any more grievances? You complaining ass nigga. He was like, yes, Father. Lucifer has a Tim Pool voice. Lucifer sounds like Tim Pool. Any more grievances? You crybaby ass bitch. Yes, Father. As a matter of fact, I do. How could you love them more than me when they think this is fossil fuel? They are retarded, Father. I am the morning star. A lot of people think Lucifer led the choir. That nigga was the keyboard player. He was the keyboard player that took forever to get ready. Come on. When you go pick up your keyboard player, you like, yo, where are you, nigga? You're like, yo, I'm in the mirror. Hold on, I'm getting ready. I'm the keyboard player. I'm obviously the most important part of this band. Wait for me. Who in here? Somebody said sound like Frieza. That Frieza from Dragon Ball Z, that shit made me feel weird. Because it was a dude, it was a purple dude that had lipstick on. Like, how you supposed to fight somebody like that? Like the bad guy shows up? In short, fucking everybody up. I don't care if you are the Prince of Saiyans. I killed your race. This nigga got this nigga got fingernail polish on too. With the death beam. And it was always squatting like a little bitch, sitting in that little Dr. Robotnik cart. You're like, yo, Frieza, you got something you want to tell us? Like, I know you super deaf murder. I know you got hella bodies. Nigga Frieza showed up bodying everybody, but that nigga was gay as fuck. And if you didn't know it from when he showed up on Earth, you knew it after he sent the Ginyu Force. These niggas were in sync. The Ginyu Force was in sync, literally. I'm like, yo, who has dancing minions? I'm like, who poses like that? Your minions are a boy band. Like, what? What? Father, how could you love these niggas more than me? I'm the morning star. Dragon Ball Z was wild. Y'all just want me to talk about Dragon Ball Z. Fuck Dragon Ball. You had Gohan with the little tail. Had a little tail. He turned into a big ass ape. I'm like, yo, is this racism now? Somebody said, I don't know Father Sodom. Yo, that sodomy, yo, wouldn't he be fucked up if Lucifer just went up to the throne like, Father, you still love these niggas more than sodomy, Father. I didn't even give them that idea. I don't know where the fuck they got that from. That he just sitting there like, that wasn't me. I didn't even. I just put murder in their hearts. I didn't do that. I don't. I didn't even think of that. Look at them. Man, let me stop before I get jumped by some unruly Christians. Let me stop before I get jumped by some unruly. What up, cuz? You sitting over there perverting the word like that, cuz? That shit not funny. That shit not funny, cuz. Lucifer, nothing to be funny about. Lucifer was clearly a comedian. Clearly. You knew Lucifer was a comedian because he sat there and told the woman. He told the. Psst, psst. Go eat the fruit. Eat the fruit. Eat it. Bitch, I said eat the fruit. No, nigga, he said not to do that. Bitch, I know what he said. But trust me, I know the nigga. He not gonna do nothing about it. I know this nigga. Eat it. You won't die. Surely you will not begin to die. You really think I won't be able to die? Bitch, eat it. Like every class clown. Leaf. Lucifer. I ain't tell that bitch to do that. I don't know what if. Who? Who ate what? Oh, she did. She ate that. Why you eat that? Bruh, no lie. I had a sister. I had a sister like this. She would talk you into doing weird shit. Mom and dad ain't gonna care. But unlike Lucifer, she was the one that would report the incident. She'd be like, hey, mom and dad, you look what he down there doing. I'm at the table pouring milk in a cereal bowl like, what? You didn't ask permission. I'm like, but my sister, she said that you, what? What? Grounded. What? Can I can I finish my cereal? No, nigga. Throw that shit out. Meanwhile, your sister in the back. You'd be like, bitch, you beguiled me. That bitch beguiled me. Believe me, father. She said I could. She said, you said I could. I was tricked. There's some only child people in here that will never understand. Only child people tend to act like the world revolves around them. Some of y'all are in relationships with only childs. And it shows. That shit go only children be like, yeah, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. When you grow up in a household with 4 or more kids, didn't I tell you get the hell out of my face? But we're hungry. Get your ass down there. Only children grow up. You want me to make you a buffet? You want me to make you a buffet fit for a king? I can. You're my little king. You're my little princess. You can have anything you want. Meanwhile, people that grew up with siblings, they're like, you want what? I'm like, yo, can we? I seen this toy I wanted. Nigga, do you got that toy money? Do you have a job? Do you work? Fuck no, you not getting that toy. Sit your ass down some damn where. When you grow up with siblings, your parents, anything you want. Do you pay bills around here? Thought so. Sit your ass down. Go take a nap. Only children get Game Boys and shit. When you grow up with siblings, you get hand-me-downs. I don't give a fuck if you a boy and you only have sisters. Yo, you'll be wearing your bigger sister's shoes. Your sister had them dusty ass Kevin Garnett's. You in school next year wearing them bitches. Huh? What are those? everybody in school is like, yo, nigga, is them women's size, nigga? Them just... You be like, yo, I got it from my sister, man. Like, but these just... Only children, y'all don't know what y'all missing. Y'all missed out. Y'all, you niggas missed out. But then again, there's a flip side to that coin. Imagine being the only child and your parents have nothing else to do but focus their full attention on you. You can't get away with shit. You have no one else to, you know, have to blame. Be like, oh, he did that. Everything is you by default. You did everything by default. Anything wrong, you did it. Who did it? I don't know. Nigga, yes you do. You the only one here. We don't have no more kids. Get your ass in that room. You know, only children don't have the privilege of waking up on a Saturday morning and not cutting grass. You know, when you grow up with siblings, that shit is like a raffle. They pull names out of a bot. They be like, who cutting that shit today? Like, I did it last week. I did that shit last week. Timothy can do it. Only children, nigga, when you wake up, get your ass out every week. Every week. Go dig some holes. By yourself. No help. Wash dishes right now. Responsibility. All of it. On you. Everything. Anything. Do it now. You don't have nobody to help you with. You don't have nobody to help you with shit. So you're literally in the backyard with a weed eater trimming the hedges because the shears broke. Crying and shit. Fuck is you out there crying for? The weed eater. Yo, people be like, yo, don't make fun of how we grew up. People get... Bro, you learn what to work with. People make fun. People, they get offended in how they grew up. When you talk about it, they be like, yo, we grew up fucked up. Don't make fun of that shit. Don't normalize that shit. I'm like, fam. You know, and then I got people, they like, yo, I don't want my kids to grow up how I grew up. So I'm going to just spoil the shit out of them. They don't. You know, your people done went out and bought, you know, a lawnmower that mows the grass itself. Like, you have no responsibility. You're coding. You're learning how to code. Get your ass out there. Anytime you wanted to be out there, get your ass inside. You embarrassing this household. Your parents show up to school. Who remember that? When your parents show up to school, school fucked up. School did some weird shit, like have parent-teacher night. Didn't that shit, when you first went back to school, wasn't a parent-teacher night? That shit was like within the first month, you had to show up to school with one of your parents. And the teachers are waiting in line to report on how much of an asshat you are. The teachers are in a single file line, ready to tell your parents everything. Every teacher turns into Paul Mooney. They see your parents, they can't believe it's your parents. That's this nigga's parents. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you about your child. This nigga is terrible. And don't teachers always pull that weird shit? They be like, yo, I could have told them this, but I didn't. You be like, yo, you told them everything. Teachers will tell your parents everything you did and then expect your parents not to whoop your ass. And you be sitting there like, yo, why'd you... Nigga, you know I'm not going to be in school for a whole week now. Don't you? Thanks a lot, Miss Holmberg. Your teacher see your parents. You know this nigga broke the vending machine, right? You sitting there looking at your teacher. Your parent, you know you gonna get fucked up when your parents just smile. Oh, he did. He did what? It will work on it. Where you take one step back. Your mama backhand the fuck out you. We used to talk about that shit growing up. You can't do that now. The CPS be at your front door by tomorrow morning. Did you hit this nigga? You'd be like, no, I yelled at him. Well, that's an offense. Lock her up. Court date. You can't even yell at your kids now. All they gotta do is hop on and don't be on the Zoom at school when your kids at school on their little Zoom chats and shit, and parents get to yelling at the other child, your sibling, the sibling, and the teacher hears it. What's going on in there? Every teacher turns into a fucking detective. He's yelling at a kid. Not the kid I'm teaching in my class, some other kid. We have to intervene. Somebody's being chastised. We have to help. Lock him up. Child abuse. It's crazy because it's like the same teacher that could talk your parents into putting you on Ritalin pills could get your parents locked up with no proof. Just CPS shows up. You be like, yo, what's up? They're like, we got a complaint. What? Oh, that's because the state owns your kid. Like, you don't own your kid. Like, you. People got that fucked up too. The state owns your marriage. I don't think people understand that. Like, when you get married, that's a contract between you, them, the state. And when you think about it, you're like, what? How did we let this happen? It happened before you were born. But still, you ask yourself, how the fuck does this happen? Excuse me. It's like marriage is becoming more and more fucked up. Like, it wasn't always this way. Marriage wasn't always this way. It was like when people were together, they were together. But the more the government got involved with marriage, the more the state got involved with marriage, yeah. The state does what it always does, makes everything worse. Look what they did to gas cans. I be thinking about that shit, right? I'm on some Plateau shit. I'm Plateau. Wasn't Plateau? Who was the Grecian thinker? You be thinking like, you be like, yo, the state fucked everything up. Like, man. Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, whatever the fuck, I botched that nigga name. Aristotle, a French roll. Fuck is that nigga name? Socrates. Like, them niggas just had a meet, like, yo, we gonna get together and we gonna think. We gonna think. Like, yeah, the state fucked marriage up. Like, I got some real old school people in my. I remember marriages used to be written like the lineage. You used to keep that shit in your Bible. Like, that shit. Like, people go to court and get married, like, you know. Nigga, you need a marriage license. Hold on. Stop. Think. You need a marriage license? We grew up like this. It's nothing new. We just don't think of it. We're like, wait a minute, what? Father, do you still love them more than... Look at them. Marriage license. And then people sit up there, but if we didn't have a marriage license, then it wouldn't validate our marriage. So the state validates your marriage? You removed God from that equation? But if we don't get the marriage license, then when we get a divorce, we won't be able to discern who's entitled to what. Say that one more time. Pinball said driver's license. That's different. Do I agree with it? We're not here to discuss that. Driver's license is in no way, shape, form, or fashion as meaningful as what I'm talking about in this situation is the marriage license. That's some marriage license. You do know the idea, the concept of marriage came from the Bible. Had nothing to do with a contract with the state. Nothing. I mean, I get it. We just thinking. We're thinkers. I'm fucking this particular duck. It's like marriage license. And if you don't get it, then when your husband or wife dies, you won't be entitled to certain things. Or if you want to get a divorce, you know, they won't recognize it and won't start splitting shit up and making differentials and shit. Alimony and all that weird shit. The state did that. I'm just saying. It's weird. I'm just talking about this. Y'all talking about that. Somebody say, who gets the bed? I don't know. The state is going to decide who gets the bed. Yes, Emmanuel Jenkins, the divorce is presupposed from the beginning, which is the whole reason you need the contract. It has nothing to do with love. Maybe you're under the illusion that it does, but it doesn't. Marriage, well, the license, and even the ceremony. I think that started in Roman culture. I know the idea of romance started with the Romans. Yo, did y'all know that men wore high heels first? Like, women didn't start the high heel thing. We thinking. It was Roman men. It's pagans to worship their god. What was his name? Pan, the goat, the one that would abduct children and take them into the woods. Yeah, a bunch of men would go out into the woods wearing high heels and worship God. Now women are doing it. Somebody said Peter Pan. No, not Peter Pan. There's a Pan. Said Peter Pan. Pan is from Dionysus. Wish I had a good Pan joke. I feel like people aren't taking that seriously. I feel like people aren't taking that seriously. Like the god Pan. Like Pan was as real to people as Odin is to some people. I'm just saying. Like Mercury. All of these gods. Mercury. People think that's a planet. They put their gods in the sky. Let's think. Jupiter, the head Roman god. Jupiter was the equivalent to Zeus. Well, Zeus, the Grecians' top god, and Jupiter, the Romans' top god. Mercury, Saturn, January. Look at the months. Somebody said, you spacing out, bro. I see what you did there. It's like even though January, the Roman god Janus, with two faces, one looking at the future and one looking into the past. This month will be named after the god Janus. Father Time. I don't know. Maybe I am. I'm tripping. I'll be tripping. We're what's news? Like I haven't even looked. I haven't even looked at my shit all weekend. I don't know what the fuck going on. I just know I go on Facebook and people are tripping out over the bodies of 13 servicemen with the little drinks, with the mugs filled with beer. This for our servicemen. I'm like, yo, you gonna need a whole lot more mugs. All them niggas that died in the military for no fucking reason. Y'all spazzing out over 13. Niggas die every day, B. Exactly, they signed up for their deaths. I tell gang members the same thing. I tell nurses the same thing. How the fuck you gonna protest the unvaccinated? Nigga, you signed up for that shit. We don't want, he said, what you doing? We don't want to have the unvaccinated are causing a pandemic. So we're protesting the unvaccinated. No, bitch, you virtue signaling. It's a lot of unnecessary virtue signaling going on. And it makes me feel heartless. But the other day, there was some chick, she grew her hair 6 feet. She cut it off. They said, what you do? What'd you do with the hair you cut off? She said, I donated it to cancer patients. And I'm thinking, the cancer patients wouldn't need that hair if they weren't on chemo. Like, people look at cancer patients like, yo, that cancer is causing your hair to just stop growing. Matter of fact, you're bald. People think going bald is a side effect of cancer. It's not. It's the drugs that they give to people that make them look like that. That kill you. And I'm like, yo, doctors don't know what the fuck they're doing. Let's talk about it, because I'm a mechanic. Mechanics have more honor than doctors. Doctors pull tonsils out. How many of you were in school with kids that had ice cream? You're like, why Billy got ice cream? He had his tonsils removed. You'd be like, why? Because he just kept getting infection. Because I trust the experts. You'd be like, yo, we were born with tonsils. Maybe we need that shit. Maybe his problem isn't his tonsils. Maybe it's expressions. They just start pulling shit out. Doctors be pulling shit out. Don't nobody pull shit out like doctors pull shit out. Doctors should have been in charge of pulling out the troops from Afghanistan. That's all they know how to do. What's happening, Johnson? I don't know. This nigga keeps getting sick. Well, pull it out. What? What? Pull out the whole bowel. Nigga, what? Doctors. What if your mechanic did that? What if one of your headlights stopped working? And instead of figuring out why the headlight doesn't work, the mechanic just removed the whole headlight housing. You riding down the street with one headlight. And your friend like, hey fam, you know you only got one headlight, right? Like, yeah, but the doctor said, the mechanic said it's all good, right? Yeah, it's good. You be like, fam, this one headlight isn't good, bro. You're not a doctor, shut up. You didn't go to school like he did. People be like, my doctor. And I'm like, yo, they are told what to do. Gangs. Gang life. Holy shit. Well, Crips, Bloods, gangs, the military, and doctors all have in common. They are told what to do and how to perceive certain situations. I could tell, no, pay attention. No, let's talk about it. Let's think. Don't judge me. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't be mean to me. Don't be mean to me. Let's think. This is a 14 millimeter socket. Right? It's a deep socket. I could put somebody through school and teach them and train them to view this as a coffee table. So when you're looking at it, you're like, bro, that's a nigga, that's a 14 millimeter socket, bro. But they could tell you, nah, nigga, this is a coffee table. And you're like, it's a socket. And they just sit there like, nigga, this is literally a coffee table. I went into debt to learn this knowledge, that this is a coffee table. Okay? Did you go to school for this? You'd be like, bruh, it's a socket. Nigga, I'm in debt. This is whatever the fuck I want it to be now. You'd be like, prove. You can't prove that that's a coffee table. They hit you with that bullshit. I'm able to put my small hat on it. It holds my small hat. It's a fucking coffee table now. You'd be like, fam, that's a leaf. It's a small hat. That's when your family start disowning you. I'll take my coffee table and small hat and go elsewhere. You'd be like, yo, this shit getting weird. People, that's why doctors have ego like that, because they went into debt to learn some fake shit. This is why gang members are committed. They don't want to come to the realization that they have been dying for no fucking reason. This is why the military-industrial complex is where it's at. Nigga, you have been dying for no fucking reason. False patriotism. It's fake. It's an illusion. They can train, they teach you how to look at shit a certain way. My people talking about, niggas got aunties that's, your aunt sees coronavirus patients all the time. She's a prestigious doctor. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck if she's prestigious or not. They taught her the parameters. They taught her the symptoms. They taught her the guidance systems. She doesn't have to know if anybody is a coronavirus patient. All she has to do is read a chart. But the doctor would know. The doctor doesn't understand the PCR test or how it works. All they know is give it to somebody. If it comes back positive, they have something. They don't need to understand the system. So if anything, doctors are the most deceived people in this whole situation here. Somebody gonna talk to me, but the surgeon removed my bunion. Don't put all doctors in the back. I'm not talking about the people that remove your bunions. I'm not talking about the people that separate conjoined twins. I'm not talking about Dr. Ben Carson and what he do. I'm talking about the other ones. No fucking coronavirus patient. Those same set of symptoms, people be like, I lost my taste. You lost your taste in 2015 when you got the flu. Niggas be like, well, how come I couldn't hear? They say this, and you be like, yo, you, nigga, I've been telling you this shit and you haven't been hearing me for the longest. You've never been able to hear. That is not a symptom. They be like, well, I broke out in cold sweats. Nigga, if you put the malt liquor down, you smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day. But my whole body was aching yesterday. Why my body ache? My body, my body ache. Cause you drink coffee and eat Taco Bell all fucking day. People selling you their little drug. I need coffee. Patriot coffee. That coffee gonna fuck you up. I must have Corona because look how I'm feeling. Fuck. Then you hop online. I had coronavirus, but it's not as bad as people say it is because it wasn't Corona. Then you got the other side of people. They be in the hospital fucked up with one lung. I got Corona. Why? Because the doctor told you you had it and that made it real? Because you think the doctor is God and that God can manifest reality for you? Which is what doctors do. Somebody said coffee supports the good gut bacteria. Does it really? Does it really? Does it really? Somebody said coffee supports the good gut bacteria. I don't know. Does it really though? Does cocaine? Does cocaine? Can anybody tell me if cocaine also? Somebody said yes. You Hunter Biden ass nigga. My Jewish lawyer is a nigga. Yo, I'm just out here having fun and asking questions and thinking. All I'm saying is, if you were to go to a mechanic and because your transmission started slipping, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't appreciate the mechanic telling you, well, we got to remove the whole transmission. You'd be like, no, but can you find out why it's slipping? We just got to take it out. Because that's what we do. Your gauge cluster stopped working. Nigga, how fast am I going? I don't know because I took it out. Because it wasn't working. Nigga, you couldn't figure out why. They don't fix shit. They just keep you sick. And people be like, I want to grow up and become a doctor. You want to grow up and become the 3rd leading cause of death in this country? Memory, all alone in the moonlight.